Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Tuesday, but we're allowed to bring an early review of Thor #1 out this Wednesday from Marvel Comics. You'll be able to get this on New Comic Book Day, and you can get it physically or digitally at your favorite shop. Now, I have to say, I've been reading Jason Aaron's Thor for a really long time, and it is epic in so many ways. He really knows how to play the long-term story. It's one of the strengths of it, and this continues the amazing epic story that he's been running for, it just seems forever at this point. He's joined by Mike Del Mundo on art, and it's a thick issue. There's actually kind of two stories about it. So we got God of Thunder Reborn, written by Jason Aaron, art by Mike Del Mundo, with colors from Mark D'Alfonso, and The Grace of Thor, written by Jason Aaron with art by Christian Ward, lettering by VC's Joe Sabino, logo by Jay Bowen, cover by Mike Del Mundo, a whole bunch of variants, associate editor Sarah Brunston, editor Will Moss, executive editor Tom Brevoort. This continues Jason Aaron's impressive run on Thor. Not a character I've really ever enjoyed. What he's been doing has been top-notch. Now, this is straight up picking up what happened in the last volume of Thor. This is Legacy number 707, or number 1, depending on how you want to do it. So, Asgardia is destroyed. The Asgardians themselves are refugees. Mjolnir is, AWOL in the middle of the sun. Jane Foster's no longer Thor. Let's see, what else? Things just aren't good for the Asgardians. There's a war in the various realms. Things are not good. Bifrost is destroyed, so the Asgardians need to pick themselves up, and Thor needs to kind of get his act together and rocket and do some things. And that is getting back a lot of treasures that belong in the Asgardians' hands, and that's what this issue is. We kind of get reintroduced to Thor as Thor, and he's kind of bumbling at this point. He doesn't have Mjolnir at this point anymore. So he needs a new hammer, new weapons. He's not quite flying like he was. He's not quite throwing lightning like he did. Things are just kind of not going well, and there's some great moments because of that. There's a lot of humor in this first issue, or 707th issue, and something I was not expecting at all. And it made it really, really enjoyable. It's not quite like the, slapstick, really tons of humor Thor Ragnarok version, but definitely, I think, more humorous than some of the last few issues. And it's totally fine. You can, no, it's not on the cover. I'm not going to bring up who he takes on in kind of the first story and where that leads. But, it is a classic villain, and not necessarily a Thor villain, but a classic villain. Show off some of that art right there. And there's kind of Indiana Jones beginning of Temple of Doom vibe about it. He's running with the idol and getting the hell out of there. I think it's Temple of Doom on that one. Or is it later Raiders of the Lost Ark? Whatever. With a big giant ball that's chasing him, whichever Indiana Jones that is. Very good vibe, or very familiar vibe that plays off of that a lot, which is totally awesome. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. This is a good introduction. You don't really need to know what's happened previously. Those who have been reading will appreciate it. Those who haven't been reading it all, and I'll admit that I've been kind of spotty on it, but those who haven't been reading it all can catch up, no problem at all. It basically explains what you need to know and all the key stuff. You'll be able to hop right in, and it's just enjoyable. The backstory is really interesting. The stuff with Christian Ward, I'm not going to go with that. It goes back into the future stuff. We've seen kind of this off and on in the various Thor stories. This is the future where Thor is the Allfather, and it's the end of existence, basically. Very far into the future, and there is a reveal at the end of it that's freaking awesome. I don't want to spoil it all, and anyone that spoils this is a jackass. I'm going to delete the comments on this video if anyone wants to spoil it. It is awesome. I was not expecting it at all. I kind of expected something and some character to show up, but not like this. So whatever they have planned going on with that aspect of the story, I can't wait, because it definitely throws some stuff off and really kind of shakes stuff up for the Marvel Universe as a whole. So I'm really intrigued as to where that's going to go as far as the story. It's pretty sweet. It's unexpected. It's really cool. It's some great art. It's one of those like final page reveals that totally feels like a really cool final page reveal and got me excited. So props to that. Like massive props to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it all goes. The issue's the thick one. It's $5.99 because of that. It's totally worth the price, I think. It's a great, fantastic issue. Both stories are solid. It picks up from what was going on, but at the same time, you don't need to know what's going on for the main story, and sets things off in a great direction. And then the second part of it is kind of future Thor stuff. Again, kind of helps if you know what was going on, but you don't need to know what's going on. And for those that love like crazy future Marvel stuff, alternative timeline type things, you're gonna love the ending. It's freaking really cool. So yeah, it's in stores this Wednesday. I'm hyping it now. I think this is gonna sell out. I'm pretty confident this is gonna sell out. Go reserve this from your shops now. It is fantastic. I actually haven't read the rest of the Marvel stuff that's coming out Wednesday yet, but I've been reading on this. I've been looking forward to be able to do my review for you, and really great that Marvel's allowed us to do a day early on this. So pick this up tomorrow in comic shops. If you don't know if you have a comic shop near you or don't know where a comic shop near you, no problem. We've got a link beneath this video. You put in your zip code. It'll tell you if a shop's near you. If you don't have a shop, no problem at all. We got some affiliate links. You can go purchase through that. There are affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. Want to reiterate, Marvel's hooked us up with this review copy, so it's free. You can use that to determine how much you want to weigh this review. But I think from previous reviews, it's pretty obvious we can't be swayed too easily. Maybe if like millions of dollars of cash, you might be able to buy stuff, but free product here and there is not going to do it. But this one, honestly, is really, really good. I was not expecting... I mean, Jason Aaron's Thor has been fantastic, don't get me wrong. I was not expecting to enjoy this as much as I did. This went from like, hey, I want to read it, to like, I kind of want to read this again and again and again sort of comic. Really great, fantastic. Go get this Wednesday. Highly recommend it. If you're into Thor, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, be Thor when you can, I guess. Sure, why not? And keep reading those comics. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.